Am I the fool for refusing to ask my partner if he'll drive my friend to work when I go on maternity leave? I am currently 7 months pregnant and I give my friend a ride to work. I've been doing this the last year because they lived 3 minutes away from me when I was in my old apartment, and I continued to do the favor when I moved in with my partner. I'm going on maternity leave next month and my friend has no idea how she is getting to and from work. She's been trying to figure it out since I found out I was pregnant, but she cannot drive. There are no driving schools nearby, the closest one is 2 hours away, and they have no family to help them. I said I wish I could help more, but giving her rides while I'm on maternity leave, but driving with a newborn at 6 a.m. just isn't happening. Today she suggested I ask my partner, my baby's father, if he would drive her, and I said no, I'm not asking. We have to be at work at 6:30 and my partner had to be at work at 7:30, and we live 10 to 15 minutes from my friend and our job is 20 minutes away from his job, and I'm not making my partner wake up earlier than he normally does to get ready for work and drive my friend to work because she can't find a ride. She made a joke saying that he should because it's his fault that I have to go out of work because he got me pregnant, and as a friend she would appreciate the favor. I said I wish we could help, but I'm not asking him. She's upset with me because I won't even ask, but I already know my partner will say yes because he has people-pleaser tendencies, so I'm making the decision for him. Then she brought up how she wouldn't have taken the job that I helped her get if she knew we wouldn't be able to carpool anymore. She figured it out when I couldn't give her rides due to illness or appointments, but now I feel like she's trying to guilt me and keeps insisting I just ask and won't drop it. Am I the fool? Am I the fool for telling my parent friend that she needs to cook and that is why her daughter isn't eating? My daughter has a best friend since kindergarten, they are in 7th grade. This year, Sarah has gotten quite thin and her mom has come to me saying she isn't eating. My daughter backed this up and said that she picks at her food at school. I thought it was an eating disorder at the time and told my friend to take her to the doctors. My friend needed to leave for a work trip this week and asked me to watch over her. No big deal, she will stay over for the week. First night I made meatloaf and she ate it. She didn't get sick. The rest of the week anything I made she would eat no issue. She even came back for seconds most meals. At the end of the week, she asked me when my food didn't make her sick. Apparently, she only eats TV dinners at home, which make her feel like crap. The school food also sometimes makes her sick, so she is cautious about it. My guess is there is an allergen in preservative foods. She needs to get that checked out. I dropped her off and pulled my friend to the side and told her everything. I told her that she really needs to cook and take her to get her allergy checked out. She was not happy I said this and basically called me a jerk for overstepping. Am I the fool? Should I apologize? Am I the fool for wanting my fiance's niece to be the flower girl than my father's AP daughter? I, 28 female, and my fiance, 27 male, are planning on getting married in October. We have the dream place that we have always wanted and have most of the planning completed. My father had an affair with his now wife. She has 2 kids from a previous relationship, 6F, 8M. My mother did remarry to my stepfather, who I have a very close relationship with. My father offered to pay a significant amount of money for the wedding and wanted to walk me down the aisle. I told him that I only wanted my stepfather to walk me down. He was heartbroken, but understood why I made my choice. The bigger issue came up when my fiancé and I decided to ask his brother if his daughter, 5F, could be the flower girl, and she was very excited. I have no contact with my father's wife, so it took me by surprise when she sent me a long text message wanting to know if her daughter could be the flower girl, as my father put a ton of money into the wedding. I told her that we had already asked my fiancé's niece to be flower girl. His wife started sending me hateful text messages on how I am being ungrateful, and this is the least I could do for my father. I told her that I would happily return the money that he gave me for the wedding. She sent me a few more messages calling me an AH, and I had enough and blocked her. My father did reach out and thinks that I should compromise to keep the peace and let the daughter walk with fiancé's niece. I told him that I was over all this stress, and if this continued, then they would be uninvited to the wedding. I have been receiving calls and texts from my father's side of the family, calling me an AH. Am I the fool for wanting my fiancé's niece to be the flower girl than my father's AP daughter?
Am I the fool for exposing my mom's lifelong grudge against me because I was born on the wrong day? I'm 21 male, the middle child of 5 siblings. And I always knew my mom treated me very differently from the rest of my siblings. It caused my parents' marriage to end because my dad made it very clear he wouldn't tolerate her being so different with me. This was after he tried to figure out why she was so different with me. A few close family knew and said it was PPD from when she had me, that apparently only affected her ability to bond with me and not any of my 4 siblings, just me, the middle kid. I have a sibling 1 year younger than me and she bonded with her just fine. I was a teenager when I got into a fight with mom one day and she accused me of always hating her and never wanting her to be happy. I asked what the fuck she meant by that and she told me that I had to come on the one day she had other plans, that it was bad enough I was overdue when I was born, but I prevented her from reading a book that released that day that she'd made plans to read months in advance. She told me I just had to be born that day so she was too tired to read it on the release day and she was weeks behind. She said I couldn't even be born normally like my siblings and I was a C-section baby. She told me it fucked her plan so bad and I never seemed to care. Then she mentioned how much I cried when she was around and how good I did with dad. She said I made her seem like such a monster and none of my siblings were like that. She told me I clearly always wanted to come between her and dad. She was pretty serious about it too. She said I started fucking her over the day I was born. It really shocked me when she told me all this. At first I didn't want to believe it. Dad and I even did a DNA test around that time because we were like, maybe she's making up a dumb reason so we won't know she cheated, but I'm definitely dad's kid. DNA confirmed it. My relationship with mom is as bad as the day I was born apparently, and I get a hard time from some family friends and extended family members who see me not being close with my mom as me being shitty to her for no reason. They put the bad relationship on me, and at my grandparents' house on Saturday I got so tired of the comments and mom sneering at me the whole time, that I exposed what she said to me when I was a teenager and the blame she put on me being born the wrong day for our bad relationship. Mom half admitted it because she got so angry she verbally lashed out at me. It created a shitshow and some family members think I made a big deal out of nothing but others were disgusted with mom. I was told I was wrong to expose her like that. Mom told me I had no business doing that. So I ask, am I the fool?
Am I the fool for taking away my brother's +1 and inviting his girlfriend myself? I kind of know I am the asshole, but I need to know how bad it was. My brother is 29 and has been with Leah for about 2 years. We all like her, she is super nice. I am getting married next April and sent an invite to my brother's apartment. We decided to send invites to households and not individuals. For example, our aunt received an invite for her family and not for each individual. Last Thursday, we met at my parents' place. It was just the core family because of some tax reasons, lol. While there, I asked my brother about Leah's dietary restrictions. I know that she is a vegetarian for health reasons and that she cannot have certain raw vegetables. He said that she wasn't going to come and that he was taking his girl best friend, Amanda, instead. Now, their relationship is weird AF. Amanda has always been stringing my brother along, in my opinion. He always denies having feelings for her, but let's be real here. Amanda would date other guys, blow off my brother, then when things were on the decline with her partners, she would be attached to him again. Her last boyfriend broke up with her right around the time my brother, his then ex-girlfriend, Amanda, and her ex were supposed to travel to Spain. What did my idiot brother do? Go with Amanda alone because Amanda was uncomfortable with his ex-girlfriend. Obviously, he acted blindsided when his girlfriend broke up with him. I didn't even say anything anymore because it's all so weird. So, when he said that, I asked if Leah already had other plans. But my brother said that Amanda had asked if she could come because it would be an opportunity to finally see the old gang. We were in the same friend group in high school. I told him that I would have invited Amanda if I wanted her there. Amanda is mean and cold. She always makes disparaging comments about other girls. At every event, around 1 hour in, she will make some sort of scene that either has her running away crying or sitting mad at a table telling everyone to leave her alone and then making a cryptic comment about something hurting her. I told my brother I was revoking his +1 and Amanda was not coming to our wedding. He accused me of being misogynistic and bigoted because I don't understand opposite-sex friendships. Which is BS. My husband has a female childhood friend who is his best woman. I love her too, and she has been amazing. And she respects fucking boundaries. She always includes me and made a huge effort when I started dating my fiance to integrate me into the friend group. Anyway, I said my decision was final. He could take it or leave it, but I would be inviting Leah myself because I like her. He screamed at me and told me to keep out of his business. I said to get rid of his weird fucking feelings for Amanda. He is mad at me. My dad said is none of our deal. My mom is furious with my brother. So am I the fool? Edit, to answer some questions. The invite was addressed to the Smiths. Funnily enough, Leah had the same last name as us. Granted, we have one of the most common last names. Yes, they live together. The tax thing is nothing huge. My parents have a small business but are really bad at keeping track of all their receipts. So every month we go and help them. We digitalize the receipts and put them in a bookkeeping software for the accountant.